Hey everybody, Homeslice Henry here, and in today's video we are shoutcasting battles from a member of the community. These battles were submitted by Galaxkobolten, a fantastic battler and content creator himself. I'll include a link to his channel in the description. Be sure to check it out after the video and tell him that Homeslice sent you. For these battles, Galaxkobolten is running a team consisting of a Venusaur lead, TOXICROAK, and Shadow Dragonite in the Ultra Premier Cup. His back two Pokemon, TOXICROAK and Shadow Dragonite, have great synergy, as Dragonite's biggest weaknesses are Rock, Ice, and Fairy. TOXICROAK deals super effective to Rock and Ice with counter and can hit Fairy for super effective with Sludge Bomb. So this team does work really well together. Without further ado, let's hop into these battles. And we're hopping into the first matchup here. This is against D6 Doodle, who is a veteran. So it looks like that Galaxkobolten in this set is very, very close to hitting rank 22 veteran, which is awesome, leading Venusaur into a TOXICROAK. So this is not a great matchup for Venusaur, and it is a very, very bait-dependent matchup. You really want to try and shield up those Sludge Bombs if possible, because that can dramatically swing the matchup. Correctly shields the Sludge Bomb, which is huge, and is going to fire back a Frenzy Plant. Unfortunately, the TOXICROAK doesn't have to shield since it is resisted. Looks like it does encounter a bit of lag there, able to get to another Frenzy Plant, and this should be applying some shield pressure, getting the shield off the TOXICROAK. And they're going to switch out into the Dragonite, and they come in with Shadow Exeggutor. So it looks like they don't have a good answer to Shadow Dragonite, because even with one turn advantage of energy, Dragonite can beat Shadow Exeggutor in all even shield scenarios. So he is able to win Switch, which is fantastic. Snorlax comes in, and I'm now understanding why he didn't go into his third Pokemon, because Snorlax, as well, if Shadow Dragonite has even one fast move energy advantage, can win all even shield scenarios. Now he's actually coming in with Venusaur here. You would think TOXICROAK, but he's realizing that Venusaur doesn't have much play against the TOXICROAK, so he's basically burning all of the Snorlax's energy onto the Venusaur and then being able to close out the match with TOXICROAK. Brings in TOXICROAK, the opponent brings in their own TOXICROAK, will be able to shield up the super effective Mud Bomb and should be able to counter down the TOXICROAK and the Snorlax accordingly. Snorlax comes back in and concedes the match, so really, really well played there, and a really, really good decision to bring in the Venusaur, basically sacrificing the Venusaur because he realized that it didn't have play endgame. So really, really well played there. Alright, hopping into the second game here, as you can see, this was sent as one long set, so there may be a little bit of queue times in here. Next match is against Addison 312. Another ace. We'll see what lead he picks up this time. Venusaur into Dragonite. So this is not a good lead. He's safe swapping into his Shadow Dragonite, and the opponent safe swaps into a Scissor. So it looks like the opponent doesn't have a great response to Shadow Dragonite either, so they farmed quite a bit with Dragon Breath before switching out. Going straight for the resisted Dragon Claw here, and that does a surprising amount of damage. As you can see, that is that extra shadow damage coming into effect. And oh wow, that's a lot of damage there. And the Scissor does decide to throw, and he's going to let this go because he doesn't want to expend the second shield. Oh no, the Scissor gets the boost, is able to double resisted Vine Whip down. Dragonite comes out, and the Dragonite has a decent amount of energy but doesn't have a lot of health. So he can go for the double resisted Frenzy Plant just to get the shield. Alright, charge move coming through, and he is going to let this go. Dragon Claw is going to do quite a bit. See if he can. Ooh, really nice switch in by the opponent to preserve the Dragonite for endgame. Frenzy Plant goes on the Obstagoon, brings in the TOXICROAK. And now the TOXICROAK's in a really good position. The TOXICROAK doesn't have to shield because either charge move is going to be resisted. They get another boost. They are boosting all over the place. The opponent's running a very cool double Knight Slash team. I have run a similar team in Great League. Very cool team composition. He's going to be able to get to back-to-back Mud Bombs, and even though these are double resisted, Dragonite is squishy enough where this is going to be enough to take out the Dragonite and give him game number 2. So again, really, really well played there by Galaxkobolten and able to secure the victory. Perfect. Alright, and we're hopping into the third game here. Okay. Against Logan Hearts, another ace, and as you can see, Galaxkobolten is a former rank 10 and has been rank 10 for quite a few seasons. Picks up a horrible lead. Confusion is doing massive damage, but he doesn't really have a good safe swap against Gallade, so he's actually going to stay in here and see if he can get both shields. able to get to the second frenzy plant, which is huge. And now, even though he's lost switch advantage, he has both shields, so he has a 2 shield advantage, and now he can safely bring in the Dragonite. Dragonite's pretty glassy, so he's going to want to shield up this close combat, because that would do quite a bit of damage. Defense drops, and we'll see what he decides to do. He does decide to commit both shields, and the opponent makes a really bad mistake, does not switch out of the Gallade. Snorlax comes out, Toxicroak comes in. Oh no, they're double weak to Toxicroak in the back. This is going to be a Toxicroak sweep. Well, sorry, not a sweep, but it's going to sweep the back line anyway. That is unfortunate. Snorlax comes out and is going for the Sludge Bomb against Snorlax, because Sludge Bomb does more damage. It is more efficient when both are neutral, whereas against the Empoleon, the Sludge Bomb is resisted, whereas the Mud Bomb is super effective. Yep, and Toxicroak is able to counter down and take the win. So really, really well played there again, picking up the 3rd game in the set. Hopping into game number 4 against Frankie TS2. So another ace. Let's see what lead picks up. Venusaur into Electivire, a Shadow Electivire. Very, very interesting matchup. Shadow Electivire hits like a tank, but is exceedingly glassy, so as you can see, they are going to expend the shield, but they're going to be able to spam out Ice Punches, and those are going to be doing a ton of damage. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness. They do have back-to-back. He is going to commit the first shield, more than likely in the hopes of forcing Electivire's second shield, which he is able to do, which is fantastic. He's able to force the shield. Now I'm expecting the Shadow Electivire to farm up quite a bit extra, which they do, and then they throw. So really, really well played by Galaxkobolten's opponent there. As now the Electivire is loaded with energy. Can't really bring in Dragonite here, so has to bring in the Toxicroak. It's going to want to shield this up, because that would do... Oh, it looks like they're running... Interesting, they're running double punches. I would have expected Wild Charge. Oh, gotta get out of that Gallade matchup. That's not good. Tangrowth comes out, and ooh, this is a tough one, I'll be honest. Unfortunately, he has things switch locked, not where he wants them to be, so this is going to be tough. No shields left, so this is going to be taking out the Dragonite. And now, let's see if he can counter down the Tangrowth. He's going to have to eat a charge move. Everything should be resisted, so he's able to eat the Power Whip, that's fine. And now, let's see if a Mud Bomb and Sludge Bomb are enough to take out the Gallade. Mud Bomb comes through, and Sludge Bomb. Oh, is Toxicroak a Gallade counter confirmed? It is. Almost no health left on the Toxicroak and able to take the game. So incredibly well done. Even though he did lose switch advantage, was able to very carefully manage his energy and switches so that he was able to get enough energy to take out the Gallade with Toxicroak, which takes double super effective damage from Confusion. So very, very well played in game 4. Let's see if he can get the set sweep. Alright, leading into a Machamp. This is more of a neutral matchup. They safe swap into Shadow Snorlax, and he has a great answer for that in Toxicroak. Toxicroak can eat a Body Slam, that's just fine. Toxicroak is going to have to throw, yep, and he is going for the Mud Bomb, just because the Sludge Bomb would be overkill at this point. That way he can save energy and throw at the Machamp. Looks like he's trying to build up to 2 Mud Bombs. I don't think he's going to be able to get there, so he's just going to be able to get to the 1, but hey, you know, gets a shield. That works. And so now that Machamp has quite a bit of energy, coming back in with the Venusaur. Ooh, really nice catch by the opponent, catching the Frenzy Plant on the Charizard where it's going to be double resisted. They come in with Dragonite. And since this is Ultra Premier, the Dragonite does not have Dragon Breath, and the opponent resigns the match. So as you can see, really, really good plays on both sides. Really, really talented battlers on both sides, and I really like seeing sets like this where both players are playing exceedingly well in terms of energy management and catching. So really, really well played to Galaxkobolten, and as you can see there, finishes off the 5-0 and gets up to 2377, so making really, really good progress on the road to rank 24. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have sets that you really want to see on the channel, there should be a link in the description to submit your battles. So you can submit them to me, I'll check them out, and then I may even be able to make a video on them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you're new and you're enjoying the content on the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free and helps out the channel. and I'll see you guys in the next video.